Hello, welcome to Autodesk Inventor 2018. I'm going to take you through a few basic things. Right now I have a part file open, and I'm going to show you some of the biggest problems people have. There's a little white key up here. I'm hovering over it, and people accidentally click this, and suddenly they've lost everything across the top, and they start freaking out. And it's one of the things I get called on the most in class to come and fix. So we click it again, and everything up top vanishes, and we click it again and everything's gone for good, and then we click it again and back we come to what we had, where we have all of our project browser on the left, we have our workspace in the middle, and we have our tabs up across the top. Under view is the second most popular thing. People on a regular basis lose some of all of these. So on the right you have a view cube. See, now it's gone. And we have a navigation bar on the right. Now it's gone. And people use these a lot. I don't recommend using them. I'll explain what I mean. Status bar is this gray area in the bottom. It says for help, press F1. They're pretty handy. If you get rid of that, it's not a good idea. And your document tabs at the bottom, or if you're working on more than one document at a time, which you should be, so you don't want to get rid of that either. And I don't even know what the marking menu is. Interesting. And the model is actually the project browser over here on the left. If I delete that, it's gone. That's the one people lose the most. And the reason you want to keep that is this shows me what I did. The last thing I did was put the word handout here, and I'm going to zoom in and show you that it's been, why is it not rotating? Oh, because I have that open. It's been actually etched in if you look closely, and as I rotate it around, you can see the letters are set up like that. All right, so when did I do that? I did it here, and I made a sketch. It takes me to sketch, and I wrote the word handout, and then I did an emboss. I got to get right out of the word sketch first. And here, if I want to change emboss, make it more depth or whatever. And how did I build this? Well, I made a sketch like that, and then I extruded. Get rid of that sketch. I extruded down, and it shows me what my extrusion was, so on and so on. So everything I do is over here on the left, which is really nice because when we do something on a computer, we usually hit the undo key like 7 or 80 times to get back to where we were. Here we can say, oh no, I spelled handouts wrong, and we just fix it. Oh no, I didn't extrude this high enough, go fix it. Oh no, it's too wide, fix it. It's not a big deal, it happens very quickly. So that's a part file. I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to show you some other files. This is a drawing file, and it gives me this nonsense. You just skip all, and you say, okay, sure, go for it. And here we go. We've got a drawing file, and it's got a title block with all the information in it. All right, and then it's got lots of assembled things going on. I'll show you what that is in a second. So that's a drawing file. We'll get rid of that. And we'll show you an assembly file. I actually put the assembly file on the drawing file. This is a computer holder. It's going to hold laptop computers. And there's a little gap back here on the left where the computers will be plugged in. So you slot the computer in there or on the top shelf, 10 spots, and then you have an opening where you plug it in. So it's something we built. And we just put together these pieces one at a time and went from there. So that's the basics of it. Now, how do you get a file going? What do you do? Well, up here you hit File and you hit New. All right, make sure you're in English up here. And then if you want to make a part, standard inch part. If you want to make an assembly, standard assembly. If you want to make a drawing, master title blocks. If you want to put together a presentation of your assembly coming apart, you hit here. For now, we're just going to go up here and we're going to start with a sketch. All right. Number one thing you have to do in Inventor is build a sketch. So you say, give me a sketch. And you have to pick a plane. I always pick the XY for no particular reason. And you say, I'm going to build a funky shape here. And you always start at the origin. And I like to go vertical. But hey, maybe I'll just kind of bounce around a little bit. And I have this on chain. You can do it differently. And notice it'll snap. That's where it automatically jumps. So it's close, and then it jumps right to the origin, assuming I want to close that loop. Now, before I do anything else, after I've made my sketch, I finish my sketch. Now, I'm using the roller button to zoom in and zoom out. Very handy. Up here is the little home button above the view cube. I was taught how to use the view cube, and you can click on it and play with it and click on these commands on the mini toolbar on the right. But I do everything with the mouse. It's a lot easier. Once I build a sketch, I extrude, and I'm going to bring it out a couple inches. I can go the other way, but I think I'll bring it out forward, and that's it. That's 90% of what you're going to be doing. You're going to build something and extrude it out. Now, press down on the shift key, which you can't see me doing, and then press down on the circular roller. A lot of people just go, no, it's not working. Well, you're not pressing down. Press down on it so it clicks, and you can rotate things and look at them in different directions, which is an essential tool for Autodesk Inventor. And when I'm done, again, I usually hit the home button, bring it back to what it was. Now I've got this. I can do whatever I want. I can start a sketch on a surface. I can put a circle on there. I can finish the sketch, and then I can extrude the circle. And that'll extrude it out. I could also cut it and extrude it in until it's go all. I want to cut everything. It's going to cut a hole through everything. Again, this is where I use the zoom in and zoom out so I can see that it's cut a hole all the way through. Maybe I want to put a pipe up there and it's a piece, and who knows. So those are the basics on Autodesk Inventor. All right. A lot of things to watch out for. Don't hit the bottom buttons. They're going to cause problems. You're going to accidentally start a 3D sketch. You don't want to do that. Always hit the top buttons. All right, so if I wanted to start a new sketch, I click on there. If you are starting something new, click New, and always make sure it's English standard inch part for our purposes. If you're working in metric, you'd do it the other way. If you're making assemblies, standard inch part. All right, and we'll do all those another time. These are common problems that people have. Play with that viewing, zooming in, zooming out. You click down on the roller key and you can slide things left and right. You hold shift and click down and roll it back and forth. It'll spin for you. And then I always hit the home button because it'll resize it, and sometimes you lose it. And I have kids, I can't find it, it's gone. Hit the home button and it comes back. Things like that. Down here on the bottom you have all the parts. The first thing you should have done was File, Save As once you build it, but I'm lazy. And always have a good naming convention. Put your initials on it, put a date on it, specify the section number, all that good stuff. All right, so that's your starting lesson in Autodesk Inventor. Next, we're going to build a couple things. We're going to show you how you build things with additive properties and subtractive properties. Thank you very much, and happy CADing.